How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of pale ale. Hopeful goodness in the form of Folksbier. Yeah, Folksbier. It's their Morning Dew. 5.3% alcohol by volume. Pale ale. Done and done. This is Canon 622. It says, do the do. And there you go. Folksbier. Might be my favorite place to drink beer in New York. I'm talking all five boroughs. I'm trying to think of a place I dig better. I love it there, man. I've only been there a handful of times, but their beers are usually low ABV chuggers, right up my alley as far as what I really dig on beer. They're relatively close to a bunch of small, or I shouldn't say small, really good breweries. Other half is less than 5 blocks away. Three's Brewing's right there. There's a bunch of breweries in and around that area. But it's typically when I would go to New York pre-COVID times, and I was going to go out that Brooklyn way and kind of do a bunch of breweries out there, I'd hit all those other breweries, and I'd pretty much always ended Folksbier because then I'm like, okay, it's drinking time. They're going to have a bunch of drinking beers, a really beautiful tap room, kind of old, cavernous kind of tap room, and just, I dig it. I dig it. But it's been a while since I've had one of their beers, so I'm kind of pumped. Comes courtesy of my boy Keith. Label's absolutely fantastic. Just a little bit of, what do they call that? New Times? Font, something like that. It's like a cursive-y kind of font. Anyway, I like it. And it looks like a nice soft pale ale. Nothing too crazy. Hazy, but not uber hazy by today's standards. Let's get a nose. Oh, that smells good. A melon and sweet citrus fruit leaning icky sticky weed beer. That's what we have going on here. Dare I say a little bit of scallion. A little bit of kind of subtly green, more green kind of oniony vibes. That's why I think I like it so much, because it has that little bit of green kind of onion, scallion, chivy kind of thing going on. Yeah, I dig that. You know what it actually reminds me of more of? I forget what they're called now. Scapes? Scapes? Is it called scapes? So we have a huge garden here, and we're growing a lot of garlic. And I guess, I didn't know this, my wife's the farmer. In order to get garlic, they start to grow like this green piece. It looks like a scallion. But you got to cut them off in order for the garlic to really grow. And I guess I believe they're called scapes. And we cooked them and ate them. And it's basically take a scallion, knock that down. If scallion's a 10 on 1 to 10 on a flavor scale, typical scallion's a 10, knock it down to 2. Take garlic and knock it on a scale from 1 to 10 down to 2. That's kind of like what that flavors like, and that's the kind of green I'm kind of getting in here. Yeah, I dig it. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, I could drink 7,000 of these. Yeah, I mean, it's giving you everything you'd come to love, or everything I've come to love in new school kind of IPA. It's giving you a nice citrus, a little bit more aggressive than you thought based off of the nose. A little bit of the soft mango vibes. We're actually probably leaning more on a little bit more melon, kind of like a rindy honeydew melon kind of thing going on there. It dips into that greenness. Like I said, it's more of that scapesy, kind of muted, kind of scalliony, garlicky thing kind of going on. Nice soft mouthfeel. A pop of dryness at the end. Done. What more do you want, really? I mean, sure, I love, 5.3%. There's beers, pale ales, little hazy IPAs that are super impactful. Drink like 6.5%, 8% IPAs at low ABV levels, and I love those beers to no end. But sometimes I want a chugger, a drinker. Dare I say something close to a session beer. And that's where this lands. Sure, it's a little bit higher in ABV than what you typically call a session. It's maybe a little bit too dry and a little bit too green for your palate to really hold up to a 5 or 6 or 8 of these. But I certainly like to try. Yeah, it's tasty. It's impactful enough for me to be interested in what's going on. Not even interested, because that's a bad word. It's impactful enough for me to not be able to ignore what's going on. That's better, because it's aggressive enough to where it's like, I'm fucking here. But it's also like, oh, okay, you're here, but you're no threat, really. You're not going to hurt me. It's kind of like a puppy or Keith, It's one of those things where it's just showing you enough teeth to impress you, but deep down inside, I'm going to be okay. Yeah, I like it. I dig it. I love it. Yeah. Probably one of the better, let's get to that, Chase. Is it one of the better pale ales that I've had as late? Yes. Probably Mount Rushmore status. We're kind of flirting on the edge of that, but it's worthy of being Mount Rushmore status, if not Mount Rushmore status. Value and availability, No idea. Keith will have to chime in on that, or anybody else in the NYC area. Let me know what's what. And I'll leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like IPA-driven beers, but you want something drinkable, chuggable, yet at the same time impactful, there's your boy. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive, want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little Folksbier right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.